John Weber in the Lowcountry with this week's edition of Lowcountry Connect. The only show you'll find the lifestyle and the culture of the Lowcountry. I'm with Charter One Realty, and today we are going over to Daufuskie Island. It's a barrier island right off the coast here, and we're going to be landing in Haig Point, which is a private club over there, and I'm going to talk about the 5 pros and cons of living on Daufuskie Island. So stay tuned and let's get down to it. Rural Daufuskie Island, talking about the pros and the cons. You can see this is the Calabogie Sound behind me, and the Harbor Town Lighthouse is a 1.25 miles away. So let's talk about some of the pros first. You're off the grid. A lot of people like that, especially today. You can work from your home, you've got the whole place to yourself. It's really great. Even though you're 1.5 miles from Hilton Head Island, you're really secluded. Let's talk about another one. You've got the beaches all to yourself. All the way around this island, as far as you can see, there's beaches, and you've got them all to yourself, which is really, really great. There's actually a few celebrities that live on Daufuskie Island, and you'll see them walking on the beach from time to time. You're living with like-minded people. That's another pro. You're living with a lot of people that would like it over here. I've taken clients over here and they just absolutely fall in love with Daufuskie. And then I've taken people over here and they go, no thanks, I just don't want to be this secluded. So you're with a lot of like-minded people who really like living on a small island with not a lot of inhabitants. Next one, no cars, all golf carts. And I'm not even sure there's paved roads in here. There might be some places, but a lot of dirt roads, gravel roads, and you operate with golf carts, which is really kind of cool. And my last pro, which is a big one, the stress level is really, really low, real low. You can go over there, traffic, tourists, things like that, a little higher stress level. So I'm going to go to another location and talk about the cons. So let's talk about a few cons here of living on Daufuskie Island. You have to take a boat if you want to go get some food, basically. I mean, they've got a couple little stores, but you're going to need to take a boat, go over to Hilton Head Island, and shop very carefully, because you don't want to go over every day or anything like that. So you're going to have to take a boat. Next con is emergencies can be a little dicey. If something serious happens, I mean, they can bring a helicopter in here, and they have a water taxi at one part of the island here, and they can bring you over to Hilton Head pretty quickly, but you're pretty much on your own, so that has to be taken into account. I would say activities and resources might be a little bit limited over here. On one end of the island, you've got Haig Point, which is an exclusive club, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about Haig Point. There's a lot of things to do in Haig Point, but once you leave the gates of Haig Point, it's a little bit rural, and back in the heyday in 1990, we really had a great time. We'd come over to the Melrose Club, which is in disrepair right now. During the crash, it just never recovered. And it had Jack Nicklaus Golf Course, restaurants, hotel, fantastic. It's just sad now, it's all grown over. So you really, on Daufuskie, you've got Haig Point, which is really pretty special. The last one here, as far as one of the cons, just a very rural atmosphere. Sometimes if you just come over, not to Haig Point, just take the boat over to Daufuskie, they let you off at this bar, like a tiki bar type of place. And a lot of times you're like, how do I get back? So Haig Point's the place if you're gonna buy property on Daufuskie Island. There are some good deals in here because this island would be the next island that's going to be developed, I think, considering the economy and the amount of people. But let's go explore Haig Point. So when you're on Daufuskie Island, really the only place to be is Haig Point, and that's where I am right now. The golf clubhouse is right here, 27 holes, Reese Jones, literally championship golf course. Haig Point, actually, they bought 500 acres here in 1735. George Haig bought the 500 acres, and it just kind of developed from there. In 1984, International Paper bought this and turned it into the club it is now by putting all the infrastructure in, the golf. We're going to go over to fitness in a second. It's really a cool place because it's so nice and you're so close to Hilton Head. When you're involved or you're a member of Haig Point, you have access to a water taxi, and that's just right over there. And it goes back and forth to Harbor Town, and it's only 1.25 miles. It takes about 8 minutes to get there. So it's a lot better than going on the boat all the way over to the place where you would get off for Daufuskie Island. This is more the luxury end of it. This is coming up towards the end of June 2021. The membership fee, the one-time fee, is $20,000. If you have a contract that's signed, ratified contract between the buyer and the seller before July 1st, they'll honor the $20,000, but it goes to $30,000. I did another video up here that talks about the membership increases of all these different clubs around here. I just absolutely left Haig Point out, but I'm telling you about it now. Good chance by the time you see this video, it'll be $30,000. So anyway, fantastic place. Golf course is great. Fitness, let's go take a look at fitness. So I'm at the fitness center right here. They've got a beautiful pool right here, complete fitness center in here. In the back of this building, they've got tennis courts. They also have an equestrian area in here. And like one of my wife's big dreams is to ride a horse on the beach. Told her it's not going to happen in this lifetime, but you could do it over here. You could do it in Haig Point, right on the beach, in one of their horses over here. So it's actually got it all: the golf, the tennis, the pool, the fitness, and everything's luxury, and it's really quite nice. So you should seriously consider Haig Point. Contact the John Weber team. We'll be happy to set you up to come over here. We contact the club, we make arrangements. They also have a discovery package. Considering how complex it could be with just the logistics, we do suggest that you contact us, and we'll make arrangements and bring you over here and make sure you're comfortable and everything else, and arrange golf and everything else. So signing off from Daufuskie Island, Haig Point. You got to see it to believe it.